Canada has one of the highest rates of multiple sclerosis in the world. On average, 12 Canadians are newly diagnosed with the neurological disease every day. And while the numbers are staggering, it's comforting to know there is hope.
Joining us this morning is Barry Travnicek to not only talk about his connection to MS, but also his own impressive milestone. Welcome to the morning show, Barry.
Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
It is our pleasure. Now, when it comes to MS, you yourself don't have it, but your sister did. So you are well aware of the impacts of MS.
Yes. Back in 1991, my sister was diagnosed. My brother-in-law actually gave me a call the night of the diagnosis and said, your sister has MS. And I looked at it and I just thought about it and says, what is it? Back then, no idea what was involved in that. Now everybody's journey with MS is different, but my sister was unfortunately what we found out later being called primary progressive MS. So the symptoms came on quickly, rapidly, and did not stop or relapse at all. So within 2 years, my sister was in a wheelchair full time. Shortly after that, her one hand had supplemented up to her chest and basically had the use of one hand. And over the years, she really didn't take it well. And you know, I think going back and thinking about not knowing about a disease at all, and then having that diagnosis, I mean, she was mad. She was mad at the world. And you know, I get it now. At the time, it was a little tough to take, but. You know, if I put myself in her shoes, I'd probably be the same. So, yeah, this was her reality. She lost a lot of friends. She lost her marriage because of it, and you know, it was just a struggle. It's just a struggle, and you know, she did a tough time, especially at the start. She came to accept it years down the road, but you know. Again, I wouldn't trade my spot. I wouldn't. So
let's talk about 34 years ago. You chose to embark on this journey. You wanted to make a difference. We had a bit of a moment before we came on air relating to our sisters.
Right.
You stood in the gap. So tell us about that mindset and how you are here today with this type of strength and resilience.
Yeah. I don't know if it was, you know, divine intervention or what, but after my sister was diagnosed, my mother-in-law came up to me and saw an article in the paper saying they're doing an MS bike ride in our area. And I thought to myself, well, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but I think I can raise some money. So I started doing that in 1991, and here I am 33 years later, going on the 34th year this year.
And you've hit a milestone of your own.
Yes, yes.
Tell us about that.
With over the 33 years of raising money, I have been the first one in Canada, MS Canada, to raise $1 million by myself. So
good.
Let's go.
Good.
Let's go.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
What is it to be involved, to make this dedication, to say to yourself, you're going to do this? What does that involve mentally and physically?
To be quite honest with you, it's just a date I put down on the calendar a year ahead of time. As soon as the first one, the last one's over, I know the date for the next one, and I start raising money again. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I had a knee replacement back in 2019 in March and did the ride in July. That's how important it is, and you know, that's not going to change. So.
It is so important, and we encourage everyone to visit msbike.ca for more information on how you can join this journey as well. Barry, thank you so much for stopping by and telling your story.
Thank you so much for having me.
A year from now, you'll be happy you started today.
There you go.
There you go.
This portion of the morning show is brought to you by MS Bike. Visit msbike.ca to learn more.